On to Tuesday's tips from So Very Easy. My name is Laura, and when making a plaid shirt, the placement of the buttons is something to consider. Even though this shirt is a plaid shirt, it has very large plaids, very much like a tartan. We have a small area, a large area, small area, so on. The front of the shirt does line up, and this is where the recommended placement of the buttons should be. When we look at it, they are evenly spaced together. However, the eye doesn't necessarily notice that. What it will notice is that they're not in line with the plaids. Keeping that in mind, you can change the placements, even though you have the same amount of buttons, so the buttons will follow a pattern. And in this case, I have it in the middle of this small stripe, the middle of the large, and so on. They're not in the same placement as the recommended, but they still line up. Visually, this is a better looking button placement. This is the recommended side. This is the side where I followed the pattern. And you can see, just by comparison, how these buttons look like they have not been put on correctly. With the buttons being red blending into the background, it's not as noticeable. But if you had black buttons, you would definitely notice that that is off. So the button placement is something to keep in mind when you have a very strong plaid. And when the shirt is done, the buttons are not going to distort the look of the shirt. So by not following the pattern, your shirt has more of a designer appeal. Thank you for joining me today on Tuesday's Tips. Feel free to subscribe, and as always, come on back. Let's see what we're sewing next time in the sewing room. Bye for now.